Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to round number 5 of the BLOXULA season. We're here in Vietnam, at the capital city, Hanoi, for, as I said, round 5. This time around, I have Mr. Fish up here well, not in the stage, in the commentary box or booth, whatever, alongside me.
Hello, everyone.
And we're just getting started for the first round of qualifying. Last time we were in BLOXULA E was the Valencia E Prix, which was not streamed in this channel, but it saw some drama at the end that was eventually resolved, and hopefully we can move on into yet another Grand Prix. And talking about, well, we're green in the first group of qualifying, but talking about that drama, the driver that won at Valencia is right here. It's Kyle Orson Fan Forever, also known as Box, reserve driver for Porsche, looking to do good this weekend as well. It's very green, 7 minutes, group 1 qualifying. This
It's the
time,
first time in the streets of Vietnam for this league. Right now, looking at the championship, NRT leads, I'm pretty sure, as Tim has an 11-point gap to Chimp. Chimp, of course, in the previous race, led other drivers by to make it more interesting for himself. I don't know the plan there, but now a pull away starting to form for Tim here, as Nathan also missed the previous race. He's going to be looking to make a comeback. He's 14 points down. Tied with Maxwell, actually, who's having a really good second season in this league.
yeah,
As now,
Maxwell
yeah,
having a
but
very good season. He didn't qualify that good in Valencia, but managed to finish in the podium. So yeah, he's showing everyone that he has what it takes. He's off right now. He's 14 points, tied with Nathan of Tim, who leads the championship, like you said. And you know, it's really easy to catch up. It's just that you're going up against Tim, reigning opening season of BLOXULA E. Now looking to win his second title, second in a row. It'll be hard. It'll take a lot of effort from this Jaguar team. We're watching Nathan right now in the Rallying Racing, who's also tied.
has a good exit out of the hairpin. He's going to be coming up to the attack mode corner. And after that, he's going to have the entirety of Sector 3. It's flat out for the first part, but you got to remember to brake as the walls are close. Yes, you can take this turn flat out. But as you see, if you miss the turn in there, you're gonna lose a lot of speed and probably your lap time. Careful on the bumps here. There's one especially vicious one in the final corner, as that's what I'm talking about. You gotta remember to be on the brakes there. Set up the final corner here, and now he's gonna be trying to go on another hot lap. There's the bump we're talking about with the red line.
Yeah, it seems like
As
someone's
a
about to.
122 as his first lap.
We're already getting some laps, obviously, compared to what we saw in practice. These are not very optimal laps. You want to shoot for 120. But these are just your first few laps. And this track, it's a bit changed. It is the same, well, not exactly the same, but it's the same track as the proposed F1 Vietnam Grand Prix, but there's one turn that has been cut short, and the final turn was remodeled a bit, so it is different. It's not exactly the same as the officials. It seems like Wynn forgot to make the restart lines non-collidable. That's That's where the bumps are. That's why there's bumps, actually. Surely
Looking
they.
at the constructors represented in Group 1 now, we have both the Porsches might try to work off of each other, but I'm not seeing any of that right now. And we have the Ferrari of Xavier. Ferrari, not a good team this season, but looking to make their first race start, I'm pretty sure, with Xavier here. He's P3 right now. Gonna need to be in the top 12 if you want to make the race. Top 6 if you want to make the Fast 6, which is the final group of qualifying that will take place after Group 1 and Group 2 to decide pole position and the 5 spots after that. But I think the goal for Ferrari here is just going to be to make it into the race since they haven't done that before. Behind us is Nathan representing Rebellion Racing, who lost P1 in the Constructors after the previous race, and Ultra having another attempt to make it into the race for Knox. Knox has been carried by second in the driver's standing. Shimp right now is Axe also making to make a comeback after a string of bad races and not even making the previous race.
In fact, Axe is in a rather interesting record that is probably embarrassing, DNFing in the previous 2 races. One of them was a DNF in Valencia. Well, 2 races that he showed up to. He never showed up to Monza, so Valencia and Motegi. And talk about that Motegi race. That was actually the first time Ferrari made a start. Xavier finished P10 there, and the rest of the races, Xavier couldn't make it. In fact, team boss of Ferrari, Fred, last season's Audi driver, hasn't made a race start, hasn't even attempted a qualifying session. So we're getting
Nathan
time
did go
set.
top of the Nathan did go top of the pile with the 120.9. Not a horrendous lap, not a great lap, but as of right now, it's probably gonna send him into the Fast 6 looking at other people's laps. As people on their final laps actually right now, Axe just crossed the line. He's barreling into turn 1. Hold on the brakes. Try to not nick the yellow curb on the inside. Fast on the apex of turn 2, but make sure to
Oh,
go. Oh,
that's
and he
his
goes a
lap.
bit too wide.
That's his lap. These are really slow lap times. We've seen faster. Not sure what's happening in this group of qualifying, but as we saw Axe, that is mostly his lap and his chances of making the race.
A 125 is not a good lap. Maybe he
Oh,
can save
Nathan,
something here.
120.3. Now that's a lap time we're expecting to see. Is the session's red flag? It's over. Now we're just waiting for the drivers to finish their laps. And the first driver that will finish the lap is Box, currently third. Does not improve. And we have a battle over here in qualifying. It's Ultra, currently in P5. Making yet another start for Knox. Looking to go to make it into the race. Nathan's going to send it. And Ultra's going to lose some time. They're still
Axe
battling.
across the line, improves his time, not his position. As it seems unlikely that he's gonna make the top 12.
Not sure if he will actually make the race. But if it was Nathan that was trying to send Ultra, I mean, I don't know why Nathan's being super aggressive right now. He's top of the board. He'll make it into the Fast 6, but Ultra right now needs to improve. And he does not improve. Nathan, don't know why he would do that, but hey, if Ultra doesn't make the race, now we know a reason why he didn't make the race. As oh, Fish, you got you got killed. Uh, so
Unfortunate.
That's the first group of qualifying done. Actually, Fish, a fun fact that I bet you would love to hear. You set a faster lap time than Axe.
There we go, I'm not washed. I'm better than, I don't even know what position he is in the standings. Axe is, hold on. Axe is 12th in the standings, probably gonna drop positions here, I don't even know.
Yeah, this is it's just going terrible for Axe this season. He was not here, which is definitely going to affect the power rankings. As let's talk about that while we wait for the second group. Porsche finally goes to first, gains 3 positions, and that is because of their amazing races they've had so far. That win at Valencia. NRT second does not move any spots, although they were pretty close. Talk about NRT, that is JJ Westside Bodybangers on top of the pit wall thing. And in third we have Jaguar moves up 2 positions. Maxwell's been doing incredible like we said.
I'm sorry. They've been making statements as to why he hit other people on his hot lap, saying it was a cold lap that was being performed by Ultra and not a hot lap. Shots fired in the first group of qualifying.
Now that we're bringing up Nathan, driver of Rebellion Racing moved down 4 spots in the power rankings after a disastrous qualifying in Valencia. Both subs not even being close to make it to the race. So yeah, Nox is 4th, Rebellion Racing is 5th, Prussian Autosport 6th, Seabreeze 7th, Fire McLaren 8th, 9th goes to Andretti Global, will gain 2 spots. Ford is 10th, they had a good Valencia race, definitely could have done better. Caterham 11th, and Ferrari dead last, hoping that Xavier can make it to the race, as we're more than ready for the second group of qualifying as we're underway.
I'm
Tim
looking at
already
this.
passing guys.
I'm looking at this group to be very powerful. We have the championship leader in Tim, as well as his teammate JJ. JJ, on a good weekend, he's very fast, gets a podium, but he has had a DNQ. I think multiple DNQs, and unfortunately did not
Yeah, he
make the race.
DNQ'd in Monza. And also in the first race at Mexico. He's only scored once, and that was in Motegi. No sub for him in Valencia, but he got in a bit of trouble there. Still, that was enough to contribute to the constructors passing Rebellion, who had that catastrophic weekend last time. Talk about Rebellion Racing, their team owner Mindcat is here. Though he's not a racer.
Probably have to check out the performance of his team and first people doing their hot laps, and I see JJ is very close to the back of Joey. Or Christoph, call him what you will. And battling into turn 1. Christoph into the back of him is completely cutting the yellow curb on the inside of turn 1. It's not that round, actually.
Also,
You'll have to watch out if that gets changed before the race or anything.
Sorry to interrupt you, Fish, but Mindcat has just signed himself to Reserve 2. So he's here.
He's got 5 minutes left in qualifying. I don't know if he's even gonna do anything. I don't know if he'll be allowed on the track. if the news. I doubt that he's gonna be able to race, but Minecat wasn't a bad driver in the previous season. Now
Didn't get a
owns a
win, but
rebellion thing.
actually he didn't lead laps until Monza, I believe. But he had a drought of leading laps. I think he only
Yeah,
managed
yeah.
to lead one singular lap last season.
Tim already off the bat, it's a 129, and Chimp. Oh, is that a tied lap time between JJ
Oh
and
yeah, it
Chimp?
is. We'll have to see
Yeah,
who set the lap time first. I believe it was Chimp.
it was Chimp. It was Chimp. As both of them have gone faster than Nathan, so they have a good chance to get into the fast six. But behind them is Tim leading the championship and Maxwell fourth, tied with Nathan. And a bigger gap to the rest of them. You have Christoph in one Ford and Fab in the other, as well as Grand in the BMW. Or is that the Seabreeze?
Seabreeze, BMW, call it whatever.
Yeah.
Joey's time is the one to beat to make it to the race, I believe. Should be 123.4. Yeah. Watching JJ, but we're going to switch to Grand over here, the Seabreeze BMW. Seeing if he can make it to the race. Tim now goes faster. That is the fastest lap time we've seen in qualifying so far. 119.8. The restart zone line is still collidable. I don't know what the race officials are doing.
Grand is in the race as of right now, and he messes up his lap. So he's gonna have to go for another one.
And
Impedes.
Joey. Joey misses his
Yeah,
lap as
impedes
well. Hit
Joey.
him.
Yes.
JJ looking to untie. Looking to break the tie between him and Chimp. Now we can see that lap time. It was a 120.2. Across the line. They're gonna hit the still collidable line. They still do not break the tie. And we're going to try. I'm going to try taking a look at the timing board. Here we go. Here's the timing board.
There's two cars that are way too close to each other
Well,
in qualifying right now. It looks to me as actually a big pack there of fast cars trying to make it back the line for another lap, but probably on good laps as well. Tim leading them, Chim behind them, and the other NRT of JJ.
looking at the timing board, it seems like Fab is the one to beat.
Oh, Chip put it
122.5.
to the wall, JJ into his side. I don't know if the streams missed that, but there was a huge incident between the two of them, but they are gonna make it to the line, it looks like. Yes, Chimp does make it to the line. Behind them, Kristoff and Maxwell are also gonna get a final lap. I don't know about Joey and Grand. I don't think they're gonna make it.
We'll see if they do. It'll be tight, but no, they're not going to make it. This is it. Grant across the line improves just a teeny tiny bit. Joey does not improve. So that means Fab is in the race. Fab's in the race. Joey had to beat him, but did not end up beating him. I'm going to take a look at Kristoff right there, but no, the one we're going to look at is Chimp, but JJ despawns his car, Chimp?
Yeah, JJ was powered into the wall out of one of the hairpins.
Let's go
And
ahead take
still pushing.
let's go ahead take a look at Kristoff and Maxwell. Kristoff would be in the draft if draft was enabled, but it's not. They're both in the race, but this is for the Fast Six if they're not already in it. Into the final turn they go. Maxwell goes wide. They both hit the line. And they do not improve, so that is second group of qualifying done. And let's take a look at the timing board because your Fast Six, Tim, Chimp, JJ, Nathan, Maxwell, and Brett. And then the bottom six, the ones that will make it to the race, Box, Kristoff, Xavier, Grand, Ultra, and Fab. So it'll be Austin, Joey, Minecat's on there, Axe. They will not make it to the race. So that is it for group number 2. Coming up next, it's the Fast Six. Welcome back to the Hanoi pre-qualifying session, starting with the Fast Six, and we've got a news that Nathan will get a two-place grid penalty for impeding Ultra on his hot lap. And we're about to get started here in just a teeny tiny bit. So we already got our Fast Six contenders. Our first three drivers are in here. 4 drivers now. 5, 6 drivers. They're all here. We got Chimp, Tim, JJ, Brett, Nathan, and Maxwell. Five-minute session for these guys.
Is Maxwell with us? He has not spawned his car. I think we're just gonna go without him. The officials usually don't wait on him.
Also, I like to say, hey GT, if you're still in the stream. I can't type anything in the chat because OBS is being I'm very mean word that I cannot say in the broadcast. We're ready to go, all 6 drivers. And apparently Blocks Fruit Jelly is trying to spawn a car. 5 minutes. We're on their way for the Fast 6. The battle for pole position. Well, one of them will. All 5 of them except one for Nathan, because of that 2-place grip penalty.
Yeah, if Nathan gets P1 in this qualifying session, he'll be down to P3. Likewise with P6 down to P8, for example. And
I believe he'll still get credited for a pole position if he does get pole position, but he will not start first, nor he will start in the front row. So Nathan's fight for pole position, he'll just do it for fun. He's just qualifying to not get pole position, but to be in the top 6 starting positions. I'm watching Brett and Tim. These two, they know how it is, how to fight for a title. Brett's going to slow down a bit. Tim will be the first one to lead us to a hot lap. Let's see if we can get on board. Oh no! This beautiful onboard camera of Tim will stay here throughout the entirety of the lap if it's a good one.
through the hairpin of turn 5 down the straightaway. Used to be longer, but cut in half, I'm pretty sure, for the BLOXULA E layout.
Yeah,
and now he's gonna be hard on the brakes once again for the hairpin of turn 6. Use all the track if possible there. As Maxwell behind them has hit the wall, and that 3 driver's laps ruined that have hit him. Because of a really big group of cars now. Fast through turn 7 is the turn 8, 9, 10 complex is flat out here. But remember to brake out of turn 10 because you have the long turn 11 here. Keep on the inside in turn 12. Don't run too wide. You have that wall that'll meet you if you do that. Set yourself up through the penultimate corner for the final turn. The bump has been removed. First flying lap coming in from Tim, a 120.3. He can do a lot better than that. We know it. Brett with a 120.4. JJ 121. Chimp not representative. And Nathan not good from him either. Don't know what's happened to Maxwell. He's behind them and he's done a 132. Oh, right, he did hit the wall. coming out of turn 7, I believe, not turn 6.
The battle for pole positions cooking up. The only two drivers that weren't involved in that Maxwell incident were Brett and Tim. And talking about the stadium that's actually here, just a little fun fact. That's actually the Hard Rock Stadium that we've added, because in real life there is a stadium there, and the Hard Rock Stadium kind of looked like similar to it, so we just added it.
JJ was in the wall out of the turn 6 hairpin. He's gonna have one more lap at the line left. This isn't gonna be representative from him, as Tim just blew by him in the straightaway. As Tim, out of the final corner, is it an improvement on this lap? Yes, it is, but it's not a sub 20.
But it does not improve that lap time. Across the line goes Chimp, who does improve to a sub 120. That's the lap
Tim
time
and
to beat.
Tim under the pressure now. Chimp second in the championship. As Tim in the wall out of turn 4 and out of turn
And
5
he's
as
done
well.
it! He's fended, he's crashed, watch out! Brett almost
Very
hit him!
close to impeding someone there.
So that's
As
Tim's
it's gonna be
qualifying over.
P2, P2 at best for Tim. Brett still pushing the whole field, other than Chimp has a chance to get ahead of him here. Other than Nathan as well, who has a grid penalty.
Right now, there's barely any threats to Chimp's pole position run. He is the fastest, not with the fastest lap of qualifying, but with the fastest lap of this session. The only two drivers I would say that could beat him, Brett and JJ. We'll have to see if any improvements on the table. So far, your front row for the race.
Oh, and
Chimp's
JJ
going
got
to slow
impeded!
JJ. That will surely be a grip penalty. That will definitely be a penalty. It was
Yeah,
clear
did
as
not improve on
day.
this lap. Nathan does pass JJ actually, as JJ's been robbed of that position. He's still gonna be ahead of Nathan after the grid penalty. But it's gonna be P5 for JJ. Maybe even
And it
another
seems like
position.
Chimp has confused a red flag. He had trouble differentiating a red flag in qualifying and in the race, because he suddenly slowed down, costed JJ a lot of time. In fact, I would expect a 2, maybe even 3 if the officials are extreme with that grip penalty. So we're undecided on who will be pole. I mean, Chimp will be credited with the pole position, but who's going to start in pole? That's the question. In my honest opinion, the penalty is pretty obvious, and he even admitted to it. So it will make their job easier. But that is it for qualifying. Chimp first will be starting in pole position if he doesn't get a penalty. Tim second, Brett's third, Maxwell's fourth, Nathan, who won't be starting fifth but will be starting seventh, and JJ in sixth will be moved up to P5. But that is it for the Fast Six, as we will be back for the race. And if
I'm gonna
any
go.
announcements on the penalty come out, we will tell the one person watching the stream And we're back at Hanoi. And we're here for Fish's not so famous grid walk.
It looks to me like some of the drivers haven't spawned their cars yet. They're still
Oh,
bringing
just
people
go,
on
just go, just go.
Okay,
GT's
we'll
waiting.
start. So starting in P1, we have Tim moved up after Chimp got his penalty for impeding JJ on his qualifying lap. Behind him is Brett, who said it was an easy P2, especially after the penalties. Had set a 120.4 on his first lap, did not improve. Maxwell in a really good position in the Jaguar. He's going to be starting P3. Chimp got the fastest lap with a sub 120, but he's going to be starting P4 after a penalty. JJ qualified P6, moved up one position after Nathan's penalty box. Final driver that did not make the Fast 6, but he's going to be starting P6. Nathan qualified P5, going to be starting P7 after impeding Ultra. Behind him is going to be Christoph. Not sure who's supposed to be in this grid style. I think it is supposed to be the car of Ultra in the Nox. Behind them is Grand in the Sea Breeze BMW. No, this is Ultra.
It was Xavier.
Okay, yeah, Xavier and the Ferrari was supposed to be in that position, and it is Ultra. Second to last, and Fab rounds out the grid here in the other Ford. Starting procedures are about to start in Hanoi for the first Hanoi E-Prix, the first Vietnamese E-Prix in BLOXULA E.
Oh, let me get in the officials box. Alright, so we got a new fella here in a commentary booth. It is yet another reserve driver for NRT. It is none other than Noah the Diamond Gamer. If he's alive, our attack mode reporter.
He's not in fact alive.
What's the GT's asking what's the red and white car? Well, which one, GT? There's clearly
which one?
two cars
because
that are red and white.
Yeah, Nox is running a special livery for the Hanoi E-Prix. Looks kind of similar to the NRT.
It is supposed to be a Toyota. So we're all ready to go. 33 laps of racing action. Whenever we're ready, Fox will let the drivers know if we're ready to go, and the lights will go off. But in the meantime, while we wait, let's go on with some race picks. Who do you got, Fish?
Judging off of the previous season, and this is no glaze to the person in my team, the current championship leader Tim. He's been very good at learning new circuits. You've seen that with the P2 he did in qualifying, and judging off of the people behind him, he's got Chimp starting all the way back in P4, JJ another fast driver in P5, and he might pull away after turn 1 here. But be careful for cautions. This is going to be an uphill battle for everyone.
It's the first red button, remember.
The first red button, I'm sorry.
As the lights are going off for the first Hanoi E-Prix. And we're underway as
Chimp has not gone at all on the start from the P4 grid slot. Tim and Brett side by side, barreling into turn 1, Maxwell behind them. Who's gonna be later on the brakes?
Oh,
Maxwell is later on the brakes. He's into the back of Brett. Lots of trouble in turn 1. JJ got stuck on the yellow curb. They're still side by side for the lead. Brett on the inside through turn 4. But he's gonna have a compromised exit out of turn 5. Tim into the back of him. Now the hairpin of turn 6. As Tim got up the inside of him, he has a bit of a run here, pulling away a bit on the straightaway, but people behind him are gonna have a chance to slipstream. Brett will actually.
Into a hard braking turn. The hairpin right here. Tim will make the move for Brett's onto the wall. He will get a run. They're still side by side. Jim is being allowed to merge. Brett will be ahead. And he will stay ahead for now. But here comes Tim. It's not over yet. These two guys, they know how it's like to fight each other. Last season filled with many moments. And Tim's gonna hit the
Oh,
wall!
that compromises Maxwell again. Here comes JJ. In the NRT hits the wall actually as Fab has made his way up the grid already, but he also hit the wall. JJ in the wall in the final turn once again as Brett leads by 8 tenths.
Here comes Ultra, he pulls out of the slipstream. He will try to make a move into JJ's Fab! Trying to kill JJ. It wouldn't be the first time Fab has found himself in the back end of an NRT. Did it last time with Noah. Ultra will make the move. This is for fourth place. JJ's still ahead. Here comes Box. But while we're commentating this battle, there is a battle for the lead still. Tim's still there.
Tim's caught up quite a bit. The last time we checked in at the start finish line, he was on the rear spoiler, rear gearbox of Red there.
Oh, that's a new one. The rear gearbox of a
I'm
car. Not to be
through the
confused
8,
with the
9,
front
10.
gearbox.
Yeah. Through the 8, 9, 10 sequence, Tim into the back of him again. Looks like he's very fast. In the
Oh,
first
Brett!
sector, as Brett makes a mistake, he hits the inside wall, and that's Tim into the lead. With quite a gap to Brett already, he's going to be looking to use the slipstream to catch up to the 93 and RT.
In the meantime, we still have the battle, this battle over here, which has now been upgraded to a battle for third place. Here comes JJ. Ultra
Maxwell,
will try sending it on JJ. Oh, he's going
Ultra
to make the
looking down the
move!
inside, hits him. JJ has to hit the curb and Ultra there. I think that's just a racing incident between the two of them. Not a lot of space there.
Just hard racing. This is street course racing right here. JJ still on Maxwell, but Ultra and Box. Ultra is a shocker. After seeing his practice laps, I wouldn't have expected him to be in this top 5 battle. But he's there. Also the driver. Also drives in other leagues like Goodyear. Which Fish also drives in. And a fun fact is that Ultra is actually his team owner, so you better not say anything mean to him or else you're getting fired, kid. As here comes Ultra! And Max is going
Hard
to...
racing between him and Maxwell. They push each other off multiple times, and through goes Box. And I think that is the P5 position, actually. No, P4, actually.
P4. Very
As the gap is
aggressive for both of
extended.
them.
The gap is extended between P1 and P2. Brett dropping back now. The draft not helping him that much, it looks like. As now the other NRT of JJ is going to be looking to make it a 1-2 for the team. Now back in the charge after Rebellion actually not in a good position either. Nathan was 8th across the line there, and I saw that he was having a harsh battle with the BMW of Brand.
Into turn 1 with Chim. He actually... They both went wide into the first turn. Now Knox is 6th and 7th respectively.
Maxwell down the inside, but he's deep on the brakes box, nowhere to go either. Battle starting to shake up here for the P4 position. The podium seems out of reach for these right now, but P4 is also a good position. Don't forget that. Ultra into the wall, I think, out of turn 7, or at least very close to it. As Box hits the inside in turn 10. As Ultra has a massive run, but it's not gonna work. Has to slow down there.
Ultra was asking when attack mode, assuming he's saying when it was enabled. Attack mode is always enabled. 2 uses, 4 minutes each. Take them whenever you want, but you want to be careful on when you use them, as there's his team owner Chimp, who is faster than him, passing him around the outside, still there. He will squeeze him. That's the same thing he did to JJ, but the roles were reversed. Chimp will be ahead. Nathan behind them.
Sure.
There's Noah.
Yeah, speaking of JJ, we're gonna get a second place battle up here soon. JJ caught up all the way to Brett, and looks like they're slowly just reaching themselves away from Tim, while the rest of the field behind them just packs themselves up.
JJ late
Thank you
on the
for
break,
letting us know, Noah.
2.7. Now gonna be flat through 8, 9, and 10 as Brett slows down a bit through that sector, it looks to me. Also saw in the lead battle
What a
that we
move!
had beforehand as the NRT of JJ round the outside of Brett to make it a 1-2 for the team. JJ has good pace right now.
Actually,
I
it
wonder
was
if it's
down
better
the
than his teammate.
inside, not around the
I'm sorry.
outside. But that's
Excuse
already.
me. Already a second pretty much between them at the line.
His box is still with Maxwell here. Both Knox drivers are also there. Box down the inside, looking to make it, but will not. Max is still ahead.
Axel hit the curb, but it didn't affect him very much. As now, look at Chimp, who's just closed up so much through that first sector. You can see why he got pole position. He is rapid through there, as he's already just passed Box on the straightaway with the exit that he had. Box has a bit of more slipstream than him, though, as Chimp
Oh, to
laid
the
down the
inside!
inside.
Very late move from Chimp as he quickly goes down the inside of Maxwell and is up into P4.
Chimp looking to hunt down the cars ahead of him now, as he's already just flown by Box and Maxwell on the same lap, as they're gonna continue their battle, it looks like. Ooh, and that's Ultra also into the back of Box. He's looking to show better pace than the cars ahead of him.
Ultra's keeping the pace with these cars as Maxwell and Chimp make contact. Chimp goes super wide, loses 2 spots. They're 3 wide. Chimp is not happy with that move. 3 wide into turn 1. We haven't seen that today, but they will make it work as Box gained 2 positions in the span of 1 straightaway. Now here comes Ultra into the wall. Tried making a move around his team owner. Unsuccessful, however. He's going at it again. He's side by side in the back straightaway. He will have the inside coming to the hairpin. And Chimp is going to take him out!
Into his teammate.
Takes 2 cores out his teammate and hits Maxwell as well. He is in fact the Plowmaster.
Yeah, that's up to the officials, as Nathan also making it by Ultra there after that incident. He's gonna be looking to battle with Maxwell now as Box just pulls further away.
GT's asking if we can have visor cam. I can show you the current visor cam if I can find it. No, I guess cockpit cam is this. So here, this is the closest we can get with visor cam. It is for some reason it's better than roof cam. Nathan, super late braking, trying to pass Ultra again. He will do it, and actually clears him before this turn.
These two were already battling in the qualifying session, and now Nathan trying to make it by the Knox once again, this time in the race, as now he has the Jaguar ahead of him. He's going to be looking to be late on the brakes again. There's a massive battle in front of him. It looks like it's between Box and Chimp. Box into the wall, and Chimp just clears him there. And behind them, Nathan also late on the brakes and by Maxwell. Not by a huge margin, though Maxwell has the chance to keep fighting here through the third sector of the racetrack. Chimp has a 2 out of 3 for the previous move that he just did on Box.
Seems like Chimp is just being super aggressive. I mean,
Nathan
the pole position! That's Maxwell into the wall!
had absolutely nowhere to go there after Nathan hit the wall.
That seemed like a racing incident, and Maxwell got the worst of it from fighting in P6 all the way down to probably being no, not with Kristoff. Kristoff, Grand, and Fab. They have their own pack here for the bottom
I saw
three
the gap
positions.
as I saw the gap as low as 2.7 between Tim and JJ, but now it's fallen to 6.3, or increased, shall I say, to 6.3. Looks to me like JJ probably had an incident. I don't think you could lose that much time just on pure race pace if you're in second place. But the gap between him and Brett looks pretty similar.
Brett's actually still there, and if JJ doesn't try pulling away, Chip could just be on him in the next couple of laps. Who has now tried to put up a gap between him and Box. However, he is a 1 or 3 away from a stop and go penalty. There was supposed to be a penalty box added in the final turn, but seems like the race officials forgot about it. Box is still there with Chimp though.
Just look at how Brett's closed up to JJ actually in that lap. Brett actually gaining on Tim, so it looks like JJ is one whose pace is just nowhere to be seen, as another battle forming behind them. P4 and P5, Box and Chimp.
Brett's gonna hit the wall. He's going to lose some time against JJ. And a little fun fact, JJ has actually lost 2 positions last time. No, not 2 positions, 2 seconds.
Yeah, the other Porsche of Box also lost time to the car ahead of him. Hit the wall out of turn 5, I believe.
No attack mode's being taken yet, so Noah is pretty useless right now. Although we will get some attack modes in a couple of laps. Probably from someone in the back. And at the moment, seems like the man to watch. The man that could be standing on the podium today. It's Chimp. The 75 knocks. He needs to be careful. If he wants to be on the podium, he needs to drive a perfect race. No being aggressive. Because a 1 or 3 can cost you a lot of time.
That's an update on the Drivers' Championship that you see right here. Chimp losing points, of course, to Tim right now. Gonna be looking to make the position on Brett.
So I want to update our audience of 1 person if GT's still in here. Well, actually 3 guys now. As I'm seeing here in YouTube. Austin, he was supposed to be in the race because Xavier cannot race. But Austin was supposed to be in it. He's apparently ditched BLOXULA E. Instead of doing this, he's decided to do Papermate.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you tell me
No.
what's better, I guess. I don't discriminate against people, but I'm being honest, there is a clear there is a clear league that's better than the other. So
Yeah. Now Chimp all over the back of Brett now. Ooh, looks down the inside of turn 4, but that's of course not gonna work.
JJ has lost even more time on Brett. Tim has gained even more time on JJ. It's just something's going on with that 49, I believe that's his number, NRT driver. A funny stat from JJ is that all the races he's made, not counting last week because last week it was Noah subbing for him, he has managed to finish all the races attempted in the podium. And so far he's second, looking to keep that streak going on as Our attack mode reporter has slept on this, but Ultra's on attack. Ultra, first attack mode of the day, a pretty early one. He's down to P8, looking to try and gaining some time, but taking a really early attack mode here. It's only lap 13 of 33. Grant also gets another attack mode.
From the perspective of a former driver, I think it doesn't
Oh,
make
Chimp
a...
down the
Ooh!
inside of Brett!
Yeah, but that's very late on the brakes, and he's gonna compromise his exit. As you saw, Brett just pulls away from him there, but it looks like he gained a tiny bit of time, as he's also gonna have slipstream on Brett. This to
Very
me looks like
aggressive.
the Nox driver is just very late on the brakes in every single braking zone, and doesn't... And it's paying off for him, honestly.
Yeah, it's paid off. It's paid off for him at the expense of getting penalties, because one thing, you can be the faster car, but you can't just plow the driver ahead because you're just simply faster. You gotta respect other drivers' line. You can't just ram into someone because they're slower, and that's why Champ has gotten a 2 out of 3 so far. And with that move, hitting Brett, he'll probably get another penalty here.
He does make it into the P3 position, but at what cost? The number 75. Racing incident reported by the officials, so it's all
I
good
don't
for
know
him.
about that one. It
Oh, and
seemed to
he's
me
into
that,
the inside wall as the battle is going to continue as the Porsche down the inside in turn 5.
funny
As
enough,
Champ is going to have to make the move again.
these two guys are probably one of the most aggressive drivers in this league. We've seen some red moves last season that were beyond aggressive, and with Chimp looking super aggressive this race, it's just a battle of the two most riskiest drivers in the league, if that's even a word.
Daring is what I would say. As Brett into the wall, I think out of turn 7, that's Chimp just clearing him on the exit. As long as he doesn't make another mistake, he has the P3 spot.
Another attack mode, Kristoff, who is dead last right now.
Yeah, the two Fords not showing a really good performance as of right now in the race, as Champ is just fully pulled away from Brett, 1.5 seconds already to him, and he's going to be looking to chase down one of the NRTs, JJ, as right now I think Tim is long gone, but JJ, he can put up a real defensive drive here. He has good pace and a large gap to the car in P4. He can try defending this P2 as long as possible.
You can just see how Champ just cuts every single corner. The sausage curve slows it down a bit, but not that much. You can easily gain time from that. And Chimp, he just wants to get this win as he hits the wall! He's into the wall! Terrible mistake, and that is what happens when you try cutting every single corner. You make a simple mistake, an easy mistake like that, and that is your position, your gap, pretty much a race, and could be a race ending incident there. And another attack mode Fab, the other Ford. In fact, Ultra's not dead last. Something must have happened to him. And it
He is
seemed
reporting
he's
in the
giving up.
chat, yeah, that he's given up. He is parked in turn 1.
That is because of lag. We've seen some lag issues being reported, some stuttering actually, and just straight up lag. So that is Ultra's race over. It seems like he's moving still. He is, but he is lapped down though. No, he's going into the pits. Never mind. So that's race over for the French driver. We're watching Tim. We haven't seen him that much this race because of his clear dominance today. 13.9. That is the gap to his teammate JJ. And there's barely anything going on. I mean, Tim's on bread and he has spun it again. That is just Tim being aggressive again. We've said it. He has now lost the position with Box.
The two Porsches 4th and 5th now, actually, if you've noticed. And Nathan, considering the mistakes Champ has been making, not too far off of him. Remember, he's P3, not having a good race right now.
Nathan has been basically nobody in this race. Absolutely zero highlights. The former championship leader in P6, he's not gaining, he's not losing time, he's just there. We saw Chimp, he's still cutting corners. That's how he gains the time, but as we've seen, it's very easy to make mistakes when cutting corners, especially in this hairpin. So yeah, Chimp, he still has laps to catch up to the leader, but if he keeps on making mistakes like these, he'll never catch up. In fact, I think that P2 might be out of the cards here for the American driver. Here comes Nathan. Finally caught up to someone. And Chimp's into the wall. He has hit a waffling. And
Shouldn't be
honestly,
hitting that wall in the first place, as...
and he's about to quit because he has stopped. He has stopped in the middle of the track. Yep, he's calling it quits. Chimp DNF from the race. I don't understand.
It's a double Knox DNF, actually, as if they haven't had trouble in the Constructors' Championship already. And Chimp, honestly, just giving up on the championship run that he's had right now. He was second. Decided to give the position to Tim last weekend.
And I'm gonna be honest, one of the reasons why he did that was to make it interesting, but like, if I'm being honest here, you would have made it more interesting if you just took the win, being on that points fight in the Drivers' Championship, but now he has decided to call it quits right here, and all because he is being super aggressive through these corners. That's why cutting corners will never get you ahead. Even if that's life advice and kind of doesn't make any sense in racing, but it kind of does in this scenario. I mean, he's made a lot of mistakes here, and now he's out of the race DNF because he was about to be passed by Nathan. So yeah, everyone that the one person, actually 3 people watching the stream, don't do drugs, don't drink alcohol. I don't know.
Stay in school.
Stay in school. Just don't be like Chimp and Fish.
No, come on. Don't be like me, stay in road racing. You don't have a life either way. Yeah, stop
all
warping.
of us, we're just all unemployed.
Yeah. As shaping up to be a battle, actually, between the two Porsches, Box, the reserve driver, versus Brett, the main driver. As this is for the podium spot, actually.
I don't know why Box was sacked from Porsche. I mean, he's the reserve driver. Cal is their second driver. He makes the move for the podium here. Still battling side by side. Now coming to the hairpin. Well, first they gotta go through this patch on the track. Added after Fish flew over the entire track, flying away.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm not racing today. As Brett backs out, as Box is
Head
showing better
injury.
pace. Makes sense for the team as oh no, and that's actually Brett into the attack mode, and he's
Oh,
missing the markers, and that's just given the position to Nathan. That's why I have to be careful taking attack mode.
terrible mistake. Does not take attack mode at all, and has lost the position. Tim apparently hit a CC wall, but he's like 12 seconds ahead still. So like,
He was more than 12 seconds ahead, though. Is it over? Is it over? Washed? Are
I
we
don't
gonna see a
know,
comeback by
maybe.
the other NRT?
China's calling, Chinese F4 is calling for Amazing Timmy 24. Which would make sense. I mean, why wouldn't you want to go to a motorsport division in your country? That's why there's a difference between actual F3 and F3 regional, I believe it's called. Which kind of doesn't make any sense. I mean, F3 already is pretty regional.
Except they race in the Middle East for some reason. And Australia.
Like, out of all the races they could have gone to, they decided to just stay out of Europe. Well, while we are talking about random BS, Nathan and Box battle for the podium. It seems like after Tim's DNF, Nathan has picked up the pace.
Made it by Brett, actually. I don't know. We missed something. We did, in fact, miss something because Nathan was in the P5 position. Now Brett's in P5.
Well,
Remember, he gave the
Brett
position to
was
Box
trying to take
earlier.
attack mode,
Oh yeah, I'm
and now he
sorry.
has taken attack mode. We didn't see it, but it was announced. And Nathan's taking the most beautiful racing line I've ever seen. And already final attack mode for Fab. I don't know what the fourth strategy is, but that is two early attack modes. Kristoff as well, so it is actually a fourth strategy here.
Honestly, from a driver point of view, or at least a former driver point of view, looking at what a slow burn this race has been, no cautions so far, and we're more than 2/3 in. It might make sense to take your attack mode now. Just get it out of the way, and of course you're gonna have to hope that there's not gonna be a caution later on. But looking at how spread out the field is, and I'm pretty sure you need a free car wreck for a caution. I don't see a free car pack anywhere, as a matter of fact. So
And there's like
if you're
barely
not
any
gonna get a
way.
caution, you can.
There's barely any way they can flip to, so.
The gap half a second between Box and Nathan, as Nathan looks like he sends it down deeper in turn 1, and he actually keeps the pace through turns 2 and 3. And then slowing down for turn 4. Is there going to be a move into the turn 5 hairpin? No, instead he's going to go into the back of him. I don't know if there's going to be any official action because that's just NASCAR racing between the two of them. Box also
Roving is racing,
trading
but it's
paint.
not the kind of sport to be doing this or road racing league.
Nathan laid on the brakes over the curb into the wall, but maintaining the position. He's up in the P3. What a charge from the P7 grid slot up into P3. It's been a slow burn for Nathan, but he's finally made the position, parks it on the apex so that he doesn't lose the position to Box. Now playing on the defensive side.
I'm about to make a comment that might sound a bit racist, but I'm not trying to sound racist. Out of all the races so far, don't be scared. It's not that racist. Out of all races so far, both Asian treks have managed to produce the worst type of racing so far.
Side by side between the two Americans down into turn one. Nathan very late on the brakes. Is he gonna keep the position? Yes, he does. Around the outside of Box on the brakes,
No,
but Box.
GT. X is not winning, in fact. I mean, if you're. I mean, actually, right now, he's being beaten by Fish according to qualifying, so.
That was like the safety car lap I was doing, or the miracle car lap, and I've beaten Axe. So looks really unfortunate, as there is a chance actually for an overtake.
And
Put
that's
Box on the
likely a
wall.
penalty now. If the officials even saw it. Apparently, Fox is thanking Kristoff for something. Fox is
Kristoff, a
into
lap
attack
down.
mode, and he's almost missed the sensor. Did he miss? No, he didn't. I think attack mode's a bit too tight there. Box just lost the position with Brett. Yeah. Oh
And
my gosh! I just realized the top two. The top two need to burn their attack modes because I just realized it's lap 25 out of 33. We're almost done with this race. Finally.
Nathan, I don't think Nathan's taken attack mode, has
And
he?
oh my gosh, after I guess you could say my racist comment, next race we're going to Korea. So hopefully it is not as boring as this because, it's just that for some reason both Asian races we've done so far has produced team domination. There was at least in this race we've seen some battles, as we're seeing Box trying to pass his team owner Brett.
haven't
One of
haven't
them has
both
attack mode.
haven't both Asian races seen an NRT 1-2? If it finishes as this, it's a
Actually, they would have seen an NRT podium, but close enough. At Motegi, the NRT didn't get 1-2 because Lego existed. And finished higher than third. Nathan now in attack mode. He will have the advantage. Olberg Box. I don't know. Nathan's not at fault there.
yeah. He just had to make his way, but past Nathan. Unfortunately, he couldn't do that. That's a very fast sector. Nowhere
Now
to
we're
be
seeing
late on.
people take attack mode. Maxwell's up next. Tim, I believe, is the only one that's missing to take attack mode. Yes, he is, because JJ took attack mode last lap. I'm just waiting for the current championship leader, Tim, and race leader to take it.
Box into the wall out of turn
Actually, he
4.
just
Actually,
took it.
right. Who, Tim?
Yeah.
Yes, Tim did take attack mode.
Everyone has taken attack mode at least once. However, Ford is out of attack mode. But I mean, it's not going to be useful when you're fighting with absolutely no one. I mean, I'm spectating Kristoff and he is running super slow.
He's doing the slow in, slow out driving technique that we witnessed from the Volvo team last season. As he's gonna be letting by JJ already.
I don't know if he was trying to let JJ by or if he's actually still doing the slow and slow out strategy. He's about to go into the runoff. Yes, he is. I mean, I don't blame him. You're dead last. You're already guaranteed to finish in the top 10. So, like, why not?
As we see from spectating Kristoff, there is a battle actually for the podium spot. Box was on the inside of turn 3, turned into the outside of turn 4,
Nathan!
and Nathan sends it deep down the inside, swerving out of the exit, trying to get some speed. Don't think that works with these modern cars.
Yeah, it does not. However, in the NSRA car, it does. Kristoff just wanted to take the runoff for fun. Okay, and Nathan has apparently murdered Box. All of his momentum absolutely gone. Luckily, there's no one by the name of Noah to kill Box in this scenario.
Box maybe still dealing with the after effects of first off the attack that was made on him and the after party. Bring, I think, the first to win this season to Porsche. Correct me if I'm wrong. In Valencia.
Yeah, first win this season for Porsche. This is WRX, buddy. The Ford is in fact taking a Joker lap. What was taking a Joker lap, as we have the same Ford of Kristoff in the wall, almost being hit by Brett. And this is funny
dangerous.
enough.
This is dangerous. We need a full course yellow.
Yep, I've seen enough. Calling the caution. However, I think we are in 5 to go. Kristoff had to plug in his laptop. Okay. I guess we'll say that his steering wheel accidentally fell off, like that one time that Alonso had to put in his steering wheel in Bahrain.
Box ran out of attack mode now in the second one, and I think Nathan also ran out. So he's gonna probably take it a lap later than Box. Let's see how much time Box gains and Nathan loses. 4 to go in this race. No,
Thank
5 to go.
God. Thank God. As I would like to say something, especially for, well, 6 people watching now, technically 5 because I'm watching the stream on the browser. Telling all the 5 guys watching that tomorrow it is the 3rd race of the NSRA season. This time, instead of it being Atlanta or Echo Park, it is at Coda for the Echo Park 500. So our first road course on NSRA live in ESP tomorrow as Nathan and Box, they're fighting. And Nathaniel Bong has taken attack mode apparently, whoever that is.
His second attack mode.
It's final attack mode. Bright as well. People are taking their final attack modes here. Believe JJ and, well, Tim I think already activated JJ as well, so I think they have nothing to worry about. Box fighting with Nathan. I think Kristoff is scrolling through Twitter while he's driving. From what Fox said, he's been watching Brazil. He's about to get led by Tim! And Tim is around! Although it's not gonna do anything because he's still 15 seconds ahead of JJ.
I mean, he's gonna have to catch up to Fab again.
Kristoff just hit a wall.
Guys, once again, this league is teaching bad habits. Do not.
Don't do drugs. Don't drink alcohol.
Yeah. Don't do impaired driving. Don't text and drive.
When you drink, always drive.
Yeah.
That was a lie, YouTube. Please don't ban me from saying that. When you drink, never drive, okay, guys?
When you drink, never drive, as the Heineken ads say.
Fab's pit lane start. Apparently, Fab and a pit lane started. They forgot, so it'll have to be served next race.
as Tim. The final interesting part in this race is just looking if Tim can make it by Fab without losing too much time. He lost around
We
5
will be
seconds to
commentating.
JJ.
We will be commentating this battle if it was for the race lead. It's Tim around Fab. Still
That
in
is
the race
crucial
lead.
for the race,
Still
as
in the
Fab is going
race
to be
lead.
looking to hunt down the NRT now. But Tim pulled away a bit with the attack mode there. He goes on a bit of a defensive line into turn one as he's a bit deep into the wall.
To the
But
go.
luckily,
What can
Fab behind
Fab
him is
do?
also.
What can the Brazilian do to take not the race lead but unlap himself?
It's crucial for the Ford to unlap himself. I mean, it looks better on the standings if he does so.
Yeah,
And this
having
is
that
hurting.
-1. I mean, -1 what? It doesn't say -1 lap. Is he like a second behind him?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think there's actually a fight going on for third place, and we're just commentating this for fun. Never mind. Box is out of attack mode. Nathan has this P3, unless he gets randomly nuked. But he has
I
that
don't
P3
believe.
secured. And
Yeah, I don't
here
believe
we're seeing
Nathan will
Tim.
do well.
Here we're seeing Tim going across the final turn for second to last time into the front stretch. Final lap for the NRT driver. Absolute dominance. Did not get pole position today, but has led all the laps. Going to win this race, 10 seconds ahead of his teammate. And it's going to be yet another 1-2 for NRT if nothing bad happens. The first one sends... I don't know. I lost track. Let me go ahead and find it. Surely not that long ago. Oh god, it was that long ago. Since Jakarta. And believe it or not, Jakarta was actually the 5th race of last season. So it makes sense. NRT is getting a third 1-2 in the history of BLOXULA. Tim hits a wall there, but hits plenty of walls, but it's almost over. Final turn for the Chinese driver. He's going to win at Hanoi. Couldn't do it last week because I told him to, but will do it this week. And JJ, he has finished in the podium. Second place. It's an NRT 1-2 once again. And Nathan, if nothing bad happens to him, which will be unlikely, he's already in the final turn. Into the front stretch, he will get another podium. Box in P4. Tried everything this race, and that is it because Brett, he's into P5. So that's the race. 1-2 for NRT, third place to Rebellion Racing. This will be another blow in the championship. NRT pulling away from Porsche.
Christoph still is not finished. He'd be credited with P9 either way, but out of the final corner, the Ford driver will finish the race here. Celebrating across the line. I don't know what you'd be celebrating. I think it's 2 points.
20 years of trying by Crystal, and he finishes, maybe.
He did in fact finish.
And that is it. We're now waiting for the podium. And may I
Tim is still
remind you
turned out.
guys that while we wait for the podium, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. There's the Chinese flag being hanged for the race winner. Amazing team. Never mind. It's now Jamaica. Now it's China. Jamaica second place for JJ. And now the American flag for ET43. The greatest day ever in BLOXULA E history. And Tim's asking for him to be on timed out, so actually he has 6 minutes remaining, so I don't know if we're going to do the anthem. So if we do the anthem, I'll have to mute the stream because apparently playing anthems is now copyrighted on YouTube. So Fish, if you want to sing the Chinese anthem, since we can't play it on the stream. Also, Box has now been promoted to driver 2. Tim has won his 10th race in BLOXULA, and that's pretty much it for this week in BLOXULA. Round 5 at Hanoi, it's history. And that is it. Your podium. And with that, that's our sign.
Ching lang bing long. I'm sorry.
Well, that is it for this week in BLOXULA. We will see you next week for round 6 at Korea. Yet another ancient track. But we're not done yet because later today, if I feel like it, I'll be streaming NSRA GT. And tomorrow, it's the NSRA Craftsman Truck Series at Coda. We'll see you guys next week for yet another BLOXULA race.